Like we're on. Okay, hey, what's going on, guys? So this is someone calling me. This is episode 3 of the Marketing One podcast. And today we're going to be talking about the secrets of Facebook. I'm sure a lot of you are aware that Facebook has a lot of secrets, and uh, there's a bunch of tools that you get access to if you spend a certain amount of money on Facebook. But there's also tools that people just don't know about in general and that are widely available. So I'm going to be talking about those today. And if you stick around to the end of the video, you're going to be really happy you did, because I'm going to be talking about one specific tool that Facebook gives you that allows you to buy ads in advance, but not only buy them in advance, you buy them at a discount, and a really, really steep discount. So if you want to learn all that and more, stay tuned. Make sure you watch the whole episode. Wow, that didn't work. It's backwards. Can I reverse that? Uh, I should be able to hear transform, rotate, flip, horizontal. Oh, okay, that'll work. Huh. Oh, here it is. Hey, when you're watching live, sometimes stuff like this happens. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set up like a live studio that I'm running myself. Um, so yeah, let me just redo that intro again. Welcome to the 101. Welcome to the Marketing 101 podcast. I'm your host, Riley Seberg, and this is episode 3. Today, we're going to be talking about the secrets of Facebook and how you can utilize Facebook secrets to really gain an advantage over your competitors. But not only do that, you can gain an advantage that you can then turn around and give to your clients. If you're running an agency or something like that. So that's what I do. I take advantage of all of the perks that Facebook gives me, and they're huge, right? So there's a bunch of them that they have to offer. They break down by different categories, and like depending on whether or not you're a marketing partner or if you're an agency partner, or if you're just a regular Facebook user. So there's a bunch of tools that they have available. I'm going to be talking about all of them today, and most importantly, if you stick around to the end of this video, the main reason I'm making this is because I want to go over one specific tool that allows you to buy ads in advance for a discount, and a really, really steep discount. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you stick around for the whole video. All right. So Facebook ads, they get kind of complicated, right? And everybody has their own secret sauce on how to do it. Some people think it's a science. Some people think that if they wear their lucky sock when they publish an ad, that things are going to go well. But if it happens to rain, when they publish their ads, their campaign's not going to work. So one of the things that I try to do is eliminate the woo woo around Facebook ads, and kind of like bring 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 the system a little bit more to the layperson. When most people think about it, it's kind of like a super complicated and like gray area, right? So it's like a lot of people don't know how it works. Most people chalk anything up to the algorithm, and but there's a lot of nuances to it, and you know it's it's a lot more of a science than you would think. So what does that mean? Well, it means that like there's certain things that you have to do that will make your ad work. And if you don't do those things, then the ad's not going to work for you. You'll end up spending, $15 on CPMs, $20 on CPMs, and $2, $1.50 a click, stuff like that. Low relevance scores. And so you want to make sure that you're following their best practices because they're telling you how to use their platform. I know, I've even done this myself. I've complained about Facebook support, and but the reality of it is it's just like Google. So the information's out there if you like choose to go and look for it. But the fact of the matter is that like most of us just don't want to look for it. So today I'm going to be taking a lot of that information and consolidating it to one video. So all you got to do is watch this. All right. So the first tool that I want to go over is most people know about it, and it's called the Audience Insights tool. And I'm just pulling it up right here. So you can access the Audience Insights tool through your business manager. And I think it's like the first tab. It used to be, it's not anymore. So now it's under Analyze and Report. And I'm just going to share my screen. Sure. All right, so here we are. Can I optimize? All right, so here we are on the Audience Insights tool. And once again, you log into your business manager and go under Analyze and Report, and your Audience Insights tool is right here. So this is a pretty basic tool, but it's actually a really good tool, and I'm going to show you why. So most people, I find, don't really understand exactly what they're buying when they're buying ads on Facebook. And a lot of people don't really understand what audiences are. So I'm going to try and break that down a little bit for you. So I have one saved audience in here. All my saved audiences. Interesting. The cool thing is you can take, so the Audience Insights tool allows you to like literally just get insights on an audience, but it allows you to, so let's say you're trying to run a Facebook ad, right? And your niche is in the fitness industry. If you run on the physical fitness interest, you'll probably get some decent results. But the thing is that everybody's selecting that interest, and so like they all found that that's the interest that works best for them, so they're all using it, right? One thing the Audience Insights tool allows you to do is it allows you to take those interests. So let's say physical fitness, allows you to take that interest and split it out and find even more detailed demographics about these people. So it's demographic and it's also psychographic. So the psychographic is the page likes and the activity, and then the demographics is obviously the demographics and the locations. So if we just look basically at the people who are interested in physical fitness, they also like Planet Fitness. They also like Dollar Shave Club, Under Armour. So these are the things that you can choose to target instead of the actual physical fitness interest. But one of the things I suggest to do is always test alongside of these. So like put these in like a CBO campaign or something like that. And it allows you to really get in and figure out who your audience is in a specific industry. So if we look, it's 62% women, but it's actually pretty spread out pretty evenly. So if we want to like hit most of the women in the fitness industry, we would hit these two right here, right? So 25 to 34 and 35 to 44, that comprises almost 50%. It's like 49% of women in the fitness industry. And then the people that are actually interested in fitness, it's 62% women, which is interesting. And then it also lets you see where, like, what kind of jobs they work, stuff like that. So it's a super powerful tool, and it, if you're willing to put the work in to figure out like a little bit more about your audience, it's definitely helpful. And you can also save these audiences too for advertising later. So that's cool. All right, so here's another tool that I want to show you. Mm. Okay, actually, I'm going to show you this one first. So when you start advertising on Facebook, one of the things that you got to do to make sure that you get good results is to put a pixel on your website. And a pixel is an analytics tracker, and you can get there by clicking on the Event Sources tab in your Business Manager. I think it's Event Sources or Events Manager tab. And just select your ad account and create a new pixel. They'll give you the code, and they integrate with a bunch of platforms as well. And so once you get that, once you install your pixel, once you set up your events and all that stuff, there's a tool that allows you to check whether or not it's properly installed, and that's called the Facebook Pixel Helper. So the Facebook Pixel Helper is a Chrome extension. And I already have it installed, so I'm not going to install it again. But it's a super awesome tool that allows you to really just come in and debug the events. So what's going to happen is when they see a pixel, it's gonna show you every event that pops up, and it's also going to show you if you have any errors. So if you have products listed and it's not connected to your product, it's going to let you know that. If it has an event coded but it didn't fire for some reason, it's going to let you know that. So any type of Facebook pixel code that shows up on a landing page, it sees it. And so one of the things that I like to do, especially if I'm prospecting, is visit a prospect's website and see if they have one of these on there. Because if they don't, then I can pretty much just like say, hey, I can help you put a pixel on your site. So it's a powerful tool, and for any type of digital marketer, I think it's a must-have. Like it definitely is. And then Google also has one too called the Google Tag Assistant. And yeah, so there's that tool. That's a super important one. Another one is we'll talk about. Jeez, I don't know what just happened. Just got kicked off my own stream. Hopefully it's still working. Okay, so let me see. Where are we? Oh, I was trying to show you the events manager. The event, so it's it's a codeless event setup tool. So they're advertising it now. So if you see, um, it'll pop up right here, or it'll pop up when you want to set up new events. So you click set up new events, and then use Facebook's event setup tool. And so what we're gonna do is go to our website, and we'll see that it brings us there, and the pixel has to be installed for the tool to work. And it takes a little bit for the tool to load. Nothing's perfect, so this tool isn't perfect either, but it is pretty helpful. Let's just see if it loads. They didn't find the pixel. So, like I said, nothing's perfect. Strange. Okay, I don't know why that's not working. So it's not a perfect tool, but it does work sometimes. I think if you have it hard coded into your website, I'm using Tag Manager to populate this, but it should still work. Let me check this one. So it's working on this one, but not my other one. That's weird. Okay. Anyways, well, it's opening. Let me just check and see if it works. Okay. All right. Now it's working. So this is just our blog. Don't If you want to look at it, you can. So what you're gonna do is the tool populates a little screen, and it shows you just the tool, and then if there's any events on the page, it's gonna show it, and then you can also just like pick any event. Like these are all the events that show up on the website. So if we want to track a new event, it's literally as easy as picking either a button or a URL. And so for me, I'm going to choose button. And we're going to do select event. And it's literally this easy. So you click view content, and that's it. So whenever this gets clicked, it's going to register a view content. And then we can, get a little bit further and do custom conversions and stuff like that as well. So it's a little bit, it's a more simple tool to schedule your events, and it does work. When the events are set up through the tool, they populate properly and all that stuff. So it's a pretty neat tool, and I like to use it. A lot of times I'll use it on client accounts when they don't really know how to get access to their website or anything like that. So that's a big deal for that. And then another thing I like to do is the test events tool. So if I'm doing work and I'm trying to figure things out, what I'll do is I'll log into here, and then I'll start looking and see if the events are populating. So it's pretty much the same thing as the Facebook Pixel Helper, but it's just a business manager tool. So you can access that from your business manager, and it's just the test events tab. Okay, so one more tool that I'll show you guys is the product catalog debugger, and what it's going to do is tell you if there's anything wrong with the products in your catalog. So it's going to debug any of the errors and the issues that you're seeing. I just got to wait for it to load. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, decided not to work today. So we're going to move on to the microdata tool. A couple different tools. There's a pixel debug tool. There's a product feed debug tool, and then there's a catalog microdata debug tool. So the microdata is a little bit more it's a little bit more technical. And if you're doing e-com, what it'll allow you to do is check to see if the microdata on your page, your product page, is set up so that you don't have to do a catalog integration, that Facebook will just add the products automatically to your catalog. So that's called a pixel populated catalog. And this will allow you to check to see if all the microdata shows up properly. And then, yeah, so they have a bunch of tools. We didn't even get into the API or anything like that. But the main thing that I want to show you guys is this. I gotta log into my business manager. So not everybody gets access to this tool. I have access to it because I'm a agency partner, and what it allows me to do is buy ads in advance, and not only buy them, but it allows me to schedule out campaigns. So let's say a client wants to spend $1,000 for the month. I can go ahead and buy those ads a month ahead of time, and then just only update the creative. So it's in terms of like an agency tool, it's a really solid tool, but it also comes with a huge upside in that it allows you to like check prices on things. But it's not just checking the prices. It's like literally you're getting a discount. So let me just show you. We'll set a budget of 500, and we'll just keep using the fitness niche. It's 18 to 65 English. Actually, we confirmed that this was women from 22 to 45. Well, we can do 30. We'll do 45 that are interested in fitness. And all right, so there's that size audience. And now what this is going to do is it's going to bring up a pricing structure. And depending on what I suggest for the objective, it's going to set a certain CPM cost. Now, if you look at the different at the different objectives, the prices are going to change. And every time you make an adjustment, the price changes. But one thing I want to show you is this right here. The cost per result, $2.60 per impression, right? $2.60. When I first found out about this, I couldn't scream loud enough. And I've tested it. It works when you actually lock in this price. So when you click reserve for purchase, it literally reserves it for purchase. It doesn't publish it. You still have to publish it, but it locks in the price of the ads. And so I've seen this get as low as 30 cents, depending on some audiences. But what it allows you to do on top of that is it allows you to like choose how much of an audience you want to hit. So you can do it based off of a budget. You can do it based off a percentage, but it gives you real big control of what you're trying to do, right? And obviously, as your audience size increases, your CPM increases, just because it's less of an opportunity for the algorithm. It's more work that it's required to do. But in terms of getting stuff done on a budget, we can literally, it's going to be less than 1% of the audience, but we can buy access to 200,000 people for $678. And that's $2.60 for every 1,000 people that see it. So it's huge. It's a really big opportunity. And I can't speak more about it. It really excites me. I've already started using it for some of my clients, and they're very happy about it. They've seen, almost all of their numbers just increase basically because of the low cost of the ads. And not only that, but they love it because they can now project like how much they're actually going to spend, what their numbers are actually going to be, instead of like just saying, oh, I have a budget of this much. So that's pretty much all I have to show today. And, I like that tool to me is the biggest thing since sliced bread, mostly just because that's my job and like I help clients. So now I can get results from my clients for an exceptionally low cost, and I can just place that, give that low cost to them because they're the ones paying for the ads. So it's a big deal. And, if you're currently running Facebook ads and you're like, man, I'm paying a lot for my Facebook ads, like they're working, but I'm just paying a lot. If you want to pay less, head on over to hammersportmarketing.com and you'll be able to get in touch with us there. And, if we find out we're a good match, then, we can buy some ads for you that at a really cheap rate. So, if you want to see like $2 CPMs, $3 CPMs, and you want your results to like literally just start going up exponentially because the cost of ads has gone down. I forgot to explain the best part of this. You're not bidding on these ads. So that's why the price is so cheap, because typically when you're running an ad on Facebook, you're bidding. So you're saying, hey, I want you to like see if my bid will win. Like put this out there, put a certain number on it, and then if I win, like show the ad. You're not doing that. You're not bidding. So the price doesn't get bid up like throughout the day. So it stays at a constant rate. So you're scooting around all of the competition and reserving space in advance. It's a huge tool, and you can do it for less than $1,000. And I can't really talk more about it. Like, there's nothing else to say. So if that sounds something like that's interesting to you, if you would like to take advantage of using that tool, head on over to hammersportmarketing.com and get in touch with us there. So that's all I got for today, and thank you for watching.